Hey everyone, welcome to today's webinar, today's masterclass on NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, which is the superpower of law of attraction. How many of you are ready to learn NLP? Type in NLP in the chat window quickly. In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to play a small introduction video for some of you who are meeting me for the first time here. After that introduction, then I will start live and we will learn about how you can achieve amazing results with NLP, what NLP is, how and why is it the superpower of law of attraction. I'm going to give you all the details in the next 1 hour. So be with me. Today is going to be one of the game-changing days of your life. So take your notepads, take your pen, get ready. But before I start the next video, is my voice clear to all of you? Just give me a quick yes. I'm just doing a quick audio test. Whether you're attending on Zoom or whether you're attending on YouTube Live or somewhere else, can you quickly give me yes in the chat window if you can hear me loud and clear? Yes, okay, great. So I'm going to play that video now. When that video starts, if the video and audio both is clear, type in both in the chat window one more time. So 1, 2, and 3. Here we go.
Ready? Let's go. Step into the magical world of law of attraction with Indu and Mitesh Khatri. They are masters with over 18 years of experience, authors of 2 best-selling books, Law of Attraction and Awaken the Leader in You, trained over 300 organizations worldwide, and have a lasting impact on over 1 million people across the globe.
It's life-changing, amazing, awesome.
I've become more positive.
I've never been happier in life.
Stress, tension, they are scared to come to me.
Paisa vasool, I like that.
Full on masti.
Indu and Mitesh are here to make a remarkable change in your health, relationships, career, money and spiritual lives.
The growth has been phenomenal, I would say. Knowing from where I was and what has happened in the last 1 year, I would say it's phenomenal.
Today the dam is open and the miracles are happening every moment.
My entire outlook has changed. I was never so elated. I was never so happy.
I've been able to be a go-getter and really create results. So certain objectives that we had at the beginning of the year, which many people thought would be a challenge, I was able to accomplish them in 6 months.
So what are you waiting for? Join the magical world of law of attraction today and transform your lives now like you never thought possible. Give it up for Indu and Mitesh Khatri.
All right, so I am here live. Is everyone ready to learn NLP? Type in NLP in the chat window. NLP is the superpower of law of attraction. Today we'll not be learning about what law of attraction is, how law of attraction works, because today is advanced level. Today is about those of you who've already learned a little bit about law of attraction and you want to make it work 10 times faster for you. NLP is the solution for that, and I will prove it to you in the next 1 hour. How many of you are ready for that superpower? Type in I in the chat window if you're ready for that superpower. I have a promise for you that I'm starting with. Here is the promise. Program yourself to attract almost anything you want in your life. Please write down the word program in the chat window, please. Yes, program. You can literally program your subconscious mind to attract anything you want in your life. And that is why I say that NLP is the superpower of law of attraction. Because how does law of attraction work? Whatever you're vibrating in your subconscious mind, whatever you're vibrating inside you is what you attract in your life. But changing that subconscious mind is the main game, correct? NLP gives you the superpower of attracting whatever you want, almost anything you want in your life by changing your subconscious mind and reprogramming yourself. Proof is coming in a few minutes, so wait with me. Now, in order for me to fulfill this promise with you today, I'm going to teach you 3 things. Everyone take your notepad and pen and write down what these 3 things that you're going to learn today. Point number 1, you're going to learn about scientific proof that you are as powerful as the most powerful people in the world. I repeat, scientific proof that you are as powerful as the most scientific people in the world. Listen, how many people here struggle with self-doubt? Type in SD for self-doubt in the chat window if you struggle with self-doubt. When you see other successful people, when you see other powerful people, you feel like, I cannot do what they can do. Okay, so then in that case, with NLP, the first proof I'm going to give it to you is you are as powerful as the most successful people in the world. How many of you would love to have that proof in the next 15 minutes itself? Type in love it in the chat window if you would love to have this proof in the next 15 minutes. When you sleep tonight, you will sleep very peacefully because you will have this proof in the next 15 minutes. Ready? Let's go to the second point. The second point is program yourself to stop feeling anything, to start feeling anything you want in just 5 to 10 minutes. How many of you would love to learn what in NLP can give you the power to start feeling anything, to stop feeling anything that you want? A lot of us have very little control on our feelings. In fact, let's check, okay? Tell me in the chat window, right now, where would you rate yourself on a level of 1 to 10? 1 is low, 10 is very high for controlling your feelings. Are you able to control your anger? Are you able to control your tension, your worries, your desperation, your low feelings? On a level of 1 to 10, where would you rate yourself? And you'll realize most people rate themselves at about 2 or 3, maximum 4, not even more than that, because we don't have the science for it. But imagine if you had the power to change what you feel, to start what you want to feel, and to stop what you don't want to feel. If you had that power, how many of you agree your life would change? Type in LC, life-changing, if you agree that would be life-changing for you. For me, this was one of the most amazing learnings of NLP, and I'll prove it to you in the next few minutes, okay? After the first learning, first 15 minutes, then the next one, another 15 minutes. Then let's go to the third one. The third promise is how to succeed 10 times faster than other people. Everyone type in 10x in the chat window. A lot of people believe that time equals success. So they keep waiting for success to happen over a period of years. But it's not true. You can achieve success 10 times faster. And I will show you how to right now in the end, third point. So how many of you really want to achieve 10 times faster success? Type in I in the chat window. If you really want to, then stay with me till the very end. I've kept the best part till the very end for you. Ready? Okay, perfect. So here we go. Before I start about the 3 secrets, this program, the value of NLP certification, by the way, NLP is a certification program. The value of this program is 3 lakhs. If you go to learn from some of the best NLP trainers in the world, they will charge you 3 lakhs for this, including United States, including London. There are programs of NLP all over the world. And the international trainers charge anything between 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs for this program. Today, at the end of this session, I'm going to give you a very, very special offer which you will not get anywhere else. And my promise to you is that when you look at that offer, your mind will say that this is absolutely worth it. But that's in the end. Now, only invest in this program when I have fulfilled this promise for you. How many of you are okay with that? And if I'm being honest with you, and if this is a fair deal, everyone type in fair deal in the chat window. I'm going to fulfill these promises for you. Only when you realize that, yes, this program is 100% worth it, then you invest in this program. At the end of it, it's going to be much more valuable than 3 lakhs for you. I promise you that. Okay? So with that, let's begin now. If you're ready, type in R for ready in the chat window. I want to tell you, where did I learn NLP from? Many, many years ago, when I was about, I think, just 22 or 23, I had got into a very bad habit those days. And that bad habit, can anybody make a guess? What is one of the worst addictions that is very difficult to break for most people? And normally youngsters, and I was at 21, 22, pretty young, I got stuck in that bad habit because of my friends and a lot of environmental issues. Yes, some of you wrote it correctly. By the way, in Zoom, I have kept myself purposely in private chat so that in case you ask me any questions, nobody else can see it. Okay? In YouTube, obviously, all of you can see each other's answers there. So one of the worst habits that I got stuck with was smoking. Yes, I used to smoke cigarettes. And slowly, initially, I remember I started with 1 cigarette, then 2 cigarettes, then 3 in a day. Over a period of time, by the time I was 25, I had got addicted to cigarettes so much that I used to start my morning with cigarettes. And I had started believing, my body had started believing that I cannot go to the washroom without smoking. And if I go to the washroom without smoking, I cannot pass my motions in the morning. How many of you agree this is addiction level? Type in A for addiction in the chat window if you agree. This is extreme addiction level, right? In the whole day, I used to have 2 big packets of cigarettes. There are 2 types of packets, 10 cigarettes and 20 cigarettes. I used to smoke 2 packets of 20 cigarettes each. That means how many cigarettes in a day? Give me your maths quickly in the chat window. 2 packets of 20. That was 40 cigarettes a day. This is what is called as a chain smoker, by the way. Check. How many hours in a day? Everyone tell me, chat window. In a day, when we are awake, not 24 hours. In a day, how many hours? In a day is about what? 8, 9, chalo, maximum 10 hours, right? Chalo, 15 hours on the higher side if you're a very hardworking person. But now, divide all those hours with 40 cigarettes. And you'll realize every hour I was smoking like crazy. 4 to 5 cigarettes every few minutes I was smoking. I had become a chain smoker. By the time of 27, I had gotten really bad with cigarettes. And that time was the time when my health started getting bad. But then I met someone very special in my life. Can you make a guess who? Some of you know me for a very long period of time. So can you make a guess who did I meet at that time? Let's see if, okay, some of you know the name. Okay, so Indu, yes, that's right. I met Indu at that time, got into a beautiful relationship with her. But in any beautiful relationship, over a period of time, once you're dating, you get romantic, you get physically intimate with each other. But every time I used to get close to Indu, guess what used to happen? She used to feel the smoke and she used to always step back. I started feeling really bad that I cannot even physically be close to my girlfriend whom I love the most because of my smoking habit. So that was it for me. I was like, that's it. I have to find a way to quit smoking. How many people have ever gone to that stage of your life where you felt enough is enough and that's when you made change happen in your life? Type an I in the chat window if you have experienced something like this in your past. I have experienced this in case of smoking. So when I felt like, okay, that's it, enough is enough, I said, what can help me? I tried a lot of things in my life. I tried medicines. Some people told me about those smoking nicotine patch, tablets, chewing gum. I went to a doctor. I got crazy things like Ayurvedic, homeopathy. I tried a lot of things. Finally, I learned about this beautiful science called NLP with a mentor in Pune. His name was Keki Darbari. Everyone write down this name, Keki Darbari. He was a Parsi gentleman and one of the most powerful trainers in NLP that I saw. He taught me NLP. It took me 2 full days to learn, morning to evening. But once I learned it and I came home, when I sat at one place and I used NLP properly for 1 hour, in that 1 hour, I quit smoking forever. And that was when I was 27. Now I am 45. From then till now, quit. And the best part was, the quitting happened in only 1 hour. I could reprogram my subconscious mind using NLP. How many of you agree this is powerful stuff? Type in P for powerful in the chat window if you agree this is powerful stuff. This is not easy. I'm talking about 7 years of addiction. 21 I started, 27. At the age of 27, I quit my smoking. For 6-7 years of addiction and I quit it in just 1 hour and no side effects whatsoever. Now this seems unbelievable, but I will prove it to you. How many of you would like it if I could prove to you that you can also do what I did with myself? Would you like it? Type in yes in the chat window if you would like it. Perfect. One thing I learned from that day, that NLP is the most powerful science in the world if I want to make change happen in my subconscious mind. And I decided I'm going to master it and one day I'm going to teach it to as many people as possible. How many of you agree? If what I'm telling you is true, I know there is more time remaining in the masterclass right now for you to be convinced, but if what I'm telling you is already true for you and if you're realizing it's true, how many of you agree this is the most powerful science in the world in that case? Type in most powerful, MP in the chat window if you agree this would be the most powerful science in the world, right? People like Tony Robbins, people like Jack Canfield, people like Joe Vitale, the most powerful trainers in the world, guess they learned all their mastery from where? Make a guess. Come on, quickly, tell me in the chat window. Make a guess. Where did all these powerful trainers learn their science from? NLP. And if you don't believe me, go do your research. Tony Robbins, NLP master. Jack Canfield, NLP master. Joe Vitale, NLP master. All of these people learned NLP from the founders of NLP. How many of you would like to, by the way, would you like to know who are the founders of NLP? Type in I in the chat window if you would like to know. I'll be introducing those pictures to you right now. But the point is, once I realized that this is the most powerful science in the world, I said, I'm going to master this and I'm going to teach this. That is why today I am spreading this science to all of you today. How many of you are with me that not only will you master this science, but like me, one day you will spread this science by teaching it to other people? How many of you would love to do that? type in me in the chat window if you not only promise that you will master it, but you also promise me that you will practice it like me, master it like me, and teach it to many other people so that many other people can get the results that you and I get. Promise, type in I promise in the chat window one more time to tell me that you will spread the science with me. Okay, perfect. In that case, let's begin with secret number 1. Anybody remembers the secret number 1? What was the secret number 1 that I told you about? Here is the secret number 1. Scientific proof that you are as powerful as the most powerful people in the world. So let's begin to learn that secret. If you're ready, take your notepads and pen. I'm going to show you a few points on screen right now. First, let's quickly understand what is NLP. Let's go quick, okay? First, NLP is the science of human behavior. It's the science of human behavior itself. 2, it is the superpower of law of attraction. Simple. I want to keep it as simple as this, but let's learn something more scientifically about why you are as powerful as the most powerful people in the world. NLP was founded by 2 people, Richard Bandler and John Grinder. These are the founders of NLP, and I am also certified by John Grinder's line of NLP. These both have now separated in business, and Richard Bandler has his own certification, John Grinder has his own certification. They learned about NLP by mastering from people like Virginia Satir, who's a family therapist, Fritz Perls, who's the founder of Gestalt therapy, and Milton Erickson, who's the master of hypnosis. Now, you may not know these people, but these people are legends. Write down their name and do research on them later. They are legends in the world of self-help and science of human behavior. Okay? Now, when I learned about these people, there is something I learned in NLP which blew my mind, and here is that what exactly NLP is. And I learned that NLP is the language of our neurological programming. Everyone write down, NLP is the language of our neurological programming. What does it mean by neurological? N, neuro. Do you know that we have more than 86 billion neurons in our brain? 86 billion neurons in our brain, which create neurological connections to create experiences and more memories in our brain. So, how many of you agree if you could take a scan of your brain, there would be electrical pulses in your brain? These electrical pulses are nothing but connections of your brain connected from one neuron to another neuron. This is called as neuroconnection, NC. Everyone type in NC in the chat window. It's very important for you to understand neuroconnections, which I will be explaining right now in the next 5 minutes. So neuroconnections is 86 billion neurons. Who has these 86 billion neurons? Only Bill Gates has 86 billion neurons. Only Mitesh Khatri has 86 billion neurons. Only Shah Rukh Khan has 86 billion neurons. Only Einstein has 86 billion neurons. No. Who has 86 billion neurons? Tell me in the chat window. Come on. All of us. And all of us includes who? All of us includes who? You, Baba. So type an I in the chat window. It includes you also. So my question is, do we all have the same potential as per the universe? The way God has designed us, we have the same brain, same hardware. Type in yes or no. Correct? Now, programming. What do you mean by programming? Programming means NLP is the ability to change your automatic programs, your habits, your emotional patterns, your unconscious thinking, and your beliefs and your actions. Everything can be reprogrammed using NLP. I will show you how. Now, let's understand why do people fail as per most of us. We think people fail because they lack something. Can all of you tell me, why do you think you fail in life? Because you lack what? And you will see some common answers coming in the chat window right now. Like in my case, I felt I was failing in my life because I was lazy. Okay? Tell me, why do you think you are failing? Now, it doesn't matter what answer you're typing in the chat window. I think 80% of your answers would be covered on what I'm showing you on the screen right now. Some of you are saying you lack discipline. Some of you are saying you lack intelligence. Some of you are saying you lack luck. कि luck नहीं है मेरे पास में. Some of you feel you lack creativity, energy, talent, emotional control, self-esteem, money, resources, support, experience, etc., etc., etc. This is the reason we feel we are not succeeding, right? How many of you are actually convinced that if you have this, you'll be able to succeed in your life? And how many of you are convinced that the difference between ordinary and extraordinary people is ordinary people don't have this, extraordinary people have this? How many of you agree with this? Type in yes in the chat window, please. Now, I can see everybody's typing in yes. But listen up. The biggest misconception in life is The biggest misconception in life is that most people believe that extraordinary people have some of these things while others are missing these qualities. Not true. Everyone type in full words, not true. Yeah, not true. The difference in ordinary and successful people is not this. Not this. The scientific difference between extraordinary people and ordinary people is something that NLP gives us the proof for. NLP shows us proof that we are all the same by showing us scientifically that we all have the same hardware. We all have the same number of neurons. How many neurons do you have? Everyone type in the chat window. Chalo. Do you remember what I taught you 2 minutes ago in the earlier slide? How many neurons do we have? Let's see how many people are paying attention. Not 87, 86 billion neurons. Not millions, billion neurons. Hardware is the same for everybody. Now, the difference in successful people is they have more neuroconnections. Everyone write down, the difference is successful people have more neuroconnections. Let me explain what I mean by this. Everyone take both your hands like this and connect it. Okay? So imagine these are two neurons of yours. When there are two neurons that connect with each other, that's when there is a learning between one neuron to another neuron. Example. Let's say you're writing something. Do you know that when you're writing, your neurons are sending messages of electrical pulses to each other of how to move your hands? And that is nothing but a neuroconnection. Successful people have more neuroconnections. Ordinary people have not developed neuroconnections. I'll give you a very simple example. How many of you saw this movie called Black by Rani Mukherjee and Amitabh Bachchan? Type in I in the chat window if you've heard about that movie or if you've seen that movie. One of the best movies, right? And in that movie, Rani Mukherjee was born in a way that she was not able to see properly. She was not able to hear properly. She was not able to talk properly. She was almost like a vegetable. Then Amitabh Bachchan comes in her life as a coach and he teaches her to understand life. What he really does with her is he creates something between her neurons. Everyone tell me the word in the chat window. What does he help her create between the neurons? Let's see if you can give me the answer in the chat window quickly. Come on. Very good answer. Connections. Neuroconnections. Example. There was this beautiful scene in the movie where the first time Amitabh Bachchan is coaching Rani Mukherjee, he takes her hand and takes it out in the window and puts it in front of the water, which is raining, right? So there's rain happening outside the window. He takes her hand, makes her feel the water, then he puts it on his mouth and says, water. Then he takes the same hand, more water, puts it on her lips this time, and guess what she says? Water. That was the first word she says in her entire life. A proper word. Why? Water and the sound water, the touch of water and the sound of water, now both these things had what for her? Everyone tell me, what did she have now? A connection. And this is how, when we learn something, learning is all about neuroconnections. Now, successful people have more of what? More neurons or more neuroconnections? Quickly tell me in the chat window. What do successful people have? More neurons or more neuroconnections? You got it. They only have more neuroconnections. So people like Azim Premji. In the world of business, he has more neuroconnections. People like Narayan Murthy. He has more neuroconnections. People like Amitabh Bachchan. He has more neuroconnections in the world of acting. Now, how many of you here are realizing scientifically this is correct? Type in science in the chat window if I'm giving you proper scientific knowledge about what success really is. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? Type in science in the chat window, please. Okay, perfect. Then, what is the difference about all these people? Are they really different? No. Hardware-wise, they're all the same. 86 billion people, 86 billion neurons in their brain. It is just the neuroconnections. So now, neuroconnections is the main difference. Neuroconnections create neurological patterns in our brain. Everyone write down this new word which I'm teaching you now. Earlier, you learned about neuroconnections. Now I'm telling you about neuropatterns. Pattern is what? When you do the same connection again and again and again and again, it becomes a pattern in your brain. This is called as Habits in common language, patterns in NLP language. Now, stronger the neurological pattern, better your performance. Everyone write down, stronger the neurological patterns, better your performance. So if you're playing guitar, when you're learning guitar for the first time, it's a neuro connection being created in the brain. But the stronger those patterns, the stronger your performance, the better your performance in neuro connections or that particular area. Everyone tell me, what is the one thing that you're really proud you're good at? Like your performance in that area is amazing. What is that one thing? It can be playing a guitar, it can be singing, it can be walking, it can be dancing, it can be public speaking, it can be crafts, it can be drawing, anything. Tell me, what are you really good at? Do you believe that you are the only special person in the world who can do what you're doing? Do you believe you're the only special person in the world who can do what you're doing? No. Can others also be good at what you are doing? Can others also be good at what you're doing? Yes. They have the same 86 billion neurons, but they will have to create the number of neuroconnections that you have. They will have to have the kind of patterns that you have in your brain. Is that making sense now? Type in MS if this is making sense to you right now. Correct? So weaker the neurological pattern, weaker your performance. Stronger the neurological pattern, stronger your performance. Simple as that. Now, how do you really create neuroconnections in life? The old method of creating neurological connections is practice 10,000 hours. Simple. How many of you have heard about this book called 10,000 Hours? Type in I in the chat window if you've heard about it. Research says, and by the way, it's correct research, but it's old research, that if you practice anything for 10,000 hours, you become brilliant at it. You become a genius at it. Now, that's the old method. Now, you could do the new method. The new method is use NLP to create neuroconnections in 10 to 15 minutes. What would you like to do? Practice 10,000 hours or master NLP to use NLP in 10 to 15 minutes to change your neuroconnections or to build your neuroconnections? What do you think is better? Old method or NLP? You tell me. I chose NLP, and that is why. Now listen, learning NLP takes 2 full days. But once you learn it, applying NLP for any one thing can take anything between 15 minutes to 20 minutes, maximum 1 hour, depending on what you're really working on. Like I was working on my addiction of smoking. It took me 1 hour, but I got it. Like after that, it's been so many years, I have quit smoking completely. The reason is because I learned how to change my what connections? My neuro connections in my brain. I didn't have to practice 10,000 hours of willpower for this. Okay, here is an example. When I started teaching this to my students, believe it or not, my students were able to do this for others. Listen, it's easy for me to boast because I have been learning and practicing NLP for 20 years. But what if I tell you that if I teach you NLP in just 2 days, you will be able to do exactly what I did. You'll be able to not only quit smoking yourself, you'll be able to help other people break their habits in 10 to 15 minutes. How many of you think that would be amazing? Type in amazing in the chat window if you think that could be amazing. If you could learn this science from me in just 2 days. And I'll give you the proof. You're about to listen to one of my students. His name is Deepak. He helped somebody else quit smoking in 1 go. Here is the example.
Please help me to reduce his cigarette. He used to smoke for 20 years, 16 cigarettes per day.
Wow.
Today is 18th day. He's not smoked. Daily I give him 3 sessions, just 2 minutes each.
Excellent, excellent.
हवा से मुझे फियर लगता था. जब भी हवा फास्ट चलती थी, कर्टन हिलते थे, पेजेस हिलते थे, कैलेंडर हिलता था, तो मुझे चेस्ट पेन होने लगता था. इतना कि मैं शायद उसके कारण वायलेंट भी हो जाऊं कि कोई मेरी बात ना सुने ना, तो मैं खुद को कमरे में बंद कर लेती थी. वो ब्लोइंग आवाज में नहीं सुन पाती थी. वो डर मैंने आपके साथ एक ही बार एनएलपी सेशन ये लाइव किया था और एक ही बार में इतना कम हो गया था कि उसके बाद से वो चीज मैं एंजॉय करती हूँ.
How many of you heard that? She was scared of noise of wind और कुछ नहीं, हवा की आवाज से डरती थी सालों, for many years. And if you heard what she said, she used to panic so much, she used to get angry and she used to get even violent sometimes out of that anger, out of that fear. But she was able to break that habit of hers in how many sessions with me in NLP? Quickly tell me in the chat window, what did she say? Did you hear that properly? She broke that pattern of hers, that fear pattern, in just 1 go. And if you heard Deepak, he was able to help his friend in just 1 session, and for 18 days that guy had not smoked. By the way, these are old stories I'm telling you. Now these results have become even stronger for them. So here's my question to you. everything that I taught you so far, do you agree this is scientific? Type in yes in the chat window if I showed you everything that is scientific. Neurons, neuroconnections, neurological patterns, the proof that I showed you, everything is science, correct? So then I have a very simple question for you. Have I given you clarity? Do you now believe that you are as powerful as the most powerful people in the world? Do you believe that now? Don't believe just because I'm saying it. Believe because I'm showing you some scientific proof. Type in I believe it now in the chat window and take the energy, take the time to type in the chat window full statement. I believe it now. Because believe me, no matter whom you're trying to become like, they also have 86 billion neurons. You also have 86 billion neurons. You just need to develop the right connections the way they did. Now, instead of working hard for 10,000 hours, you can master NLP and create the same neurological connection. So, do you agree that NLP can help you unleash your power? Type in NLP can if you agree that yes, NLP can help you unleash that power. This is something I realized many years ago. And I decided, boss, I'm going to master NLP, I'm going to teach NLP. Will you do both? Type in both, not just master, but one day master it so powerfully that you can help other people unleash their power by teaching NLP to people. Yes? Perfect. So have I fulfilled my promise of giving you the secret of how you are as powerful as the most powerful people in the world? If I have fulfilled my promise, type in yes in the chat window, please. Then let's get ready to go to the secret number 2. The secret number 2 is how do you program yourself to stop feeling anything, to start feeling anything in just 5 to 10 minutes? Are you really, really interested in learning this? Type in absolutely in the chat window if you're really interested in learning this, because this is the most powerful part of NLP. Most of us are addicts. Most of us have addictions. The difference is you may not have smoking addiction like me. You may not have alcohol addiction like somebody else, but we all have a particular addiction. Tell me what addiction is that? Chalo. I'm waiting in the chat window for your answer. What is the addiction that we all have as human beings? Chai, mobile? Nahi re baba. I'm not talking about chai and mobile. Come on, something else. OTT? No. Social media? No. Wasting time? No. Okay, everyone write down. Feeling negative emotions. Write this down, please. Feeling negative emotions and even negative thoughts. How many of you agree our negative emotions and our negative thoughts are the most dangerous emotional habits, most dangerous addictions in the world? If you agree it's the most dangerous, type in D for dangerous in the chat window. And if you also have a lot of emotions which you've got addicted to, type in G for guilty in the chat window, please. In fact, let's do one thing. Give me an example of what kind of emotions are you addicted to? Which negative emotions are you struggling with? You're not able to stop feeling that emotion. Tell me which emotions you're not able to stop feeling. I'm going to wait in the chat window for your answers. Chalo, quickly. Okay, some of you are writing anger, jealousy, panic, overthinking, fear, anxiety, low confidence, bored, worthless. Now, by the way, some of you are answering this to me from YouTube Live. Some of you are answering in Zoom. So I may not be able to read all your points, but I think I'm getting your messages about all the negative emotions that you're feeling right now. These emotions you're not able to stop because nobody has given us the science on how to do that. But the science is available. Let me give you a very good example of that. How many of you remember this beautiful movie called Matrix? Type in I in the chat window if you have seen or heard about this movie called Matrix. I was really inspired by NLP when I thought about Matrix movie, where there was a scene where in Matrix movie, the hero of the movie is programmed with a software, with a machine. He's programmed to start having martial arts. Simple, just in a few minutes. How many of you would love to see that moment of reprogramming in Matrix right now? Type in yes in the chat window if you would like to see a small scene from Matrix movie right now. Okay, here we go.
How was he? 10 hours straight. He's a machine. I know Kung Fu.
Show me. This is a sparring program, similar to the programmed reality of the Matrix. It has the same basic rules, rules like gravity. What you must learn is that these rules are no different than the rules of a computer system. Some of them can... Good. Adaptation, improvisation. But your weakness is not your technique.
All right. Enough. I didn't want you to watch the whole movie. How many of you would love this kind of power to reprogram your subconscious mind? Type an I in the chat window if you would love to experience something right now. Now, I'll show it to you. I'll give you the proof right now that you can do this. And if you don't believe me, think about it. How did people like Tony Robbins, how did people like Jack Canfield, how did I have so much success in my life, so fast in my life? Because I mastered NLP techniques that gave me the ability to reprogram my subconscious mind to feel anything I want. Here is one of the techniques of NLP. Of course, when you join NLP, I'll teach you everything about NLP, but I would like to give you at least one experience right now. Is everyone okay to experience something right now? Type in yes in the chat window if you're ready to experience something right now. Okay, so here is the technique. Change your visual auditory kinesthetic program. In bracket, I've written VAK. The full form of VAK is visual auditory kinesthetic. Our mind has a software inside us in this 86 billion neurons. And that software has a program, like a language. There are 3 languages of the program of our software. You remember, like any software has languages. Anybody can give me examples of what is a software language called in the IT world? Give me name of any language that you've heard of. For an example, many years ago, we heard about C, C++, Java, right? All of these are nothing but languages of a software that can help us create a program. Just like this, our brain programs and software is programmed by these 3 primary languages. It's called visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Let me prove it to you. What is visual? Visual means seeing. Everyone take your hands like this, say seeing. What is auditory? Hearing. Everyone take your hands like this, say hearing. And what is K? Kinesthetic means feeling. Everyone take both your hands, touch like this, say feeling. So once again, show me with your hands. What is V? What is V? Seeing. What is A? Auditory. What is K? Kinesthetic. Feeling. Correct? I'll show you how you can change your VAK a little bit and you can have dramatic changes in your life in just a few minutes. I'll show you an experience right now. How many people here know a particular person that just thinking about that person makes you upset, makes you angry, makes you irritated, or maybe makes you sad? Maybe you broke up with somebody a few years ago, and even today when you think about that person, you feel like crying, or you feel like anger. Do you know somebody like this? Type in me in the chat window if you know somebody like this. I don't need the name. I just want to know if you know somebody like this, where thinking about that person creates negative emotion for you. It can be your boss in the office, it can be a friend, it can be a client, it can be a particular person in your family or your relationships who cheated you. It can be anybody. You know someone like that? Okay. Now listen. Whenever you think about that person, you feel a negative feeling. First tell me, what is that negative feeling you feel every time you think of this person? Tell me that feeling in the chat window. Chalo. I'll wait for your answers again. Anger. Oh, anger is the most common. I'm seeing anger at full speed. Irritation. Missing. Some of you miss that person. Cheated. Disappointment. Some of you have so much anger, you're feeling like killing them. Okay? Chid machti hai. Disappointment. Sadness. Feeling like I missed that person. Demotivated. All right. Any emotion that you have written right now, please write this down. This has become your program. This has become your program. Now, this program cannot be successfully executed in your brain without these 3 languages. That execution requires these 3 languages, which means every time you think of that person, there's a particular image that comes to your mind. Type in yes in the chat window if you're realizing what I'm saying is scientifically correct. Every time you think of that person, you have a specific image in your mind. And maybe you even remember a particular statement they said, which repeats in your mind again and again and again. In a particular tone, they said something to you. Type in again yes in the chat window if you agree with what I'm saying. And you also remember a particular way they touched you, or in a particular way they made you feel when they touched you in a certain way or they said something to you in a certain way. So this is your VAK, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Now I'll show you how I can help you change that feeling right now. But before that, tell me this question's answer. For how many years are you having this feeling for that person habitually? Remember, this has become a program for you. Tell me in the chat window, for how many years are you feeling this compulsively, even though you don't want to feel it? Okay, so I'm going to read the answers again. We started with 1.5 years, 5 years, nearly a year, 25 years. Oh my God. 11 years, 9 years, 20 years, 23 years, 21 years, 1 year, 6 months, 15 years, 45 years somebody has written. Wow. All right. Most of you are stuck with this feeling because you believe you cannot stop feeling that on your own. Even though you want to stop, you're not able to stop. Type in the chat window, stop if you want to stop that feeling today. Chalo. If you're really, really interested in stopping that feeling today, type in the word stop. I'll help you stop it. Now, learning this entire VAK takes about 1 hour, so we don't have the time for it right now. So instead of going into theory, is it okay if I directly execute that strategy on you of changing VAK and stop that feeling for you right now? Is everyone okay with that? Type in yes in the chat window if you're okay with, instead of learning theory, I can just do it on you directly. Is that okay? All right, perfect. So let's do this. First thing I want you to do is, I want you to see something on the screen which I'm showing you right now with a lot of attention. Okay? So what I'm doing right now is showing you this picture. Let me get this picture. Where is that picture gone? Yep, I have it. All right. Now this picture that I'm showing you, I want you to see it carefully and see it in detail. Okay? Are you ready? Also tell me in the chat window, what is this picture? All right. Here we go. Okay, it's come on my face, so I'm just going to shift it here. Tell me, what is this picture quickly? Who is this? Come on, quickly tell me in the chat window, who is this? Yeah, it's a clown. It's a joker, right? How many of you remember seeing circus in your childhood and you remember seeing a joker in circus? You remember? Yes? Okay. First, don't look at me. Look at the joker. I'm going to replace myself so you don't see me. Come on. Look closely. Look at the red color nose. Look at the red color eyebrows. Look at the hair. Look at the smile, the big lips. Look at the yellow color dress. Look at the multicolor bib on his neck. Look at his pants, the colorful stripe pants. Look at it carefully. Now close your eyes and visualize the joker first. Close your eyes and visualize the joker. Open your eyes quickly. See the joker carefully. Okay. Close your eyes again. See the joker carefully. Open your eyes. See the joker carefully. Close your eyes. See the joker carefully. Great. I'm going to remove the joker from here. Tell me if you can visualize the joker properly now. Close your eyes and visualize the joker quickly. And tell me clear in the chat window if you could clearly visualize the joker, because you saw the joker physically, right? I mean, in front of you. So now when you close your eyes, is the joker very, very clear? Type in clear in the chat window, please. Yes? Okay, great. By the way, how many people here say that normally you're not very good at visualizing, but today it was very clear? The way we did visualization right now. Type in yes in the chat window if you were able to visualize very easily. Yes? Okay, more about this later. Now, what I want you to do is close your eyes. Come on, quickly close your eyes. Now, people on YouTube, I'm trusting you that you're closing your eyes, okay? So come on, close your eyes and think about that person quickly. And as you're thinking about that person, I want you to quickly imagine that their face and their nose is exactly like the joker you saw right now. Come on, turn their nose into the joker's red color nose. Do it now. Turn those eyes into red color eyebrows. Imagine they have that colorful bib in their neck. Imagine that yellow color shirt also they are wearing. And they have that big smile on their face. And imagine they are wearing those multicolor striped pants. And now, imagine how they are looking when they are talking like a joker. Now imagine that whatever they are saying it like a joker, and you can hear it like a joker. And they've got this big smile on their face, but they don't know it, only you can see it. Check how you're feeling when you see them as a joker. And now quickly, imagine that the circus show has ended. If you remember in childhood when the circus show was ended, you used to always remember seeing that Joker dropping his pants by mistake. Do you remember that scene? Everyone raise your hands with your eyes closed. Do you remember that scene? Okay, quickly imagine the Joker dropped his pants. 1, 2, 3. Toop. And don't look down, okay? Otherwise you will not be able to forget what you see. Don't look down. But imagine the Joker has dropped his pants. All right, now quickly open your eyes. Quickly open your eyes. And I want you to quickly think about that person and tell me how are you feeling. And tell me in the chat window, chalo. How are you feeling right now while thinking about that person? And I'm reading the answers here. Comic, funny, super cool, crazy, I laughed. Okay, let's see if this has become normal for you. It has to become normal, right? Okay, close your eyes, think about that person again, quickly. And see, what do you see? Do you see that same old person giving you irritation, negative emotion, or do you see the dropping pants Joker? Did you see something after they dropped their pants? I hope not. Especially, I hope it was not your mother-in-law. Oh, that would be too crazy. Or your father-in-law. Oh my God, that would be really, really bad. Whoever it is, don't look down. Please don't look down. Some of you are very serious. Why are you so serious? Did you really see it or what? All right, now open your eyes and think about what did you have for dinner last night. And tell me in the chat window quickly. This is called pattern interruption in NLP. You will learn about it soon. Quickly tell me, what did you have for dinner last night? Dal tadka. No rice, only dal tadka. All right, so paneer and roti, Chinese. Wow, some of you had a party last night. Okay, doesn't matter what you had last night. This was just a pattern interrupted. Quickly think about that person and check how you're feeling one more time. And here is my question. Are you able to bring that old feeling back? Try. Give me yes or no in the chat window quickly. Are you able to bring that old feeling back? I am telling you right now, you will not be able to. At least not at that intensity. The intensity must have dropped by 50 to 70%. For how many of you the intensity is like 100% down? Type in 100 in the chat window if the intensity is literally 100% down and now you're started to feel completely different feelings like crazy, comic, funny. Type in yes in the chat window if you're feeling something crazy right now. Here's a question. You told me that you were feeling this feeling of negativity towards that person for how many years? Remember? Tell me that answer again. Quickly, come on. Tell me that answer again. How many years you were feeling this negative emotion? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, 45 years? We did this exercise for how long? Jaldi batao, we did this exercise for how long? Actual exercise, I'm not talking about the whole explanation. 5 minutes max. Max 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, what I did with you, I changed something in your neurons. Can anybody tell me the word? What did I change in your brain? I did not give you new neurons. I did not remove any neurons. What did I do? I only created new neurological connections. And the old neurological connection has been destroyed. And try it tomorrow, day after tomorrow. It'll be difficult for you to have the same negative feeling again. Every time you close your eyes, you'll be able to see that person with a Joker, pants dropped, and then all the horrible things that you saw after the pants dropped. I know you don't want me to describe that, but I'm purposely doing it so you remember more of it. Are new neurological connections being developed about that person in your mind right now? Raise your hands. Yes or no? Yes? Would you like to see results of people who practiced NLP and mastered it with me? Not just this one technique, but many techniques. What results they got? How many neuroconnections they changed in their life would you like to see? Type in yes in the chat window if you would like to see more results. Okay, here we go. This is Reva. Reva had panic attacks for 4 years. 4 years, panic attacks every day in her life. We were able to stop her panic attacks and stop painkillers in just one NLP session. It took about 20-25 minutes. In her case, it didn't take 5 minutes. It took about 20-25 minutes. But in one session, done. Now listen, I'm not a doctor. I don't guarantee this. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a medical practitioner. So I don't say that I can stop anybody's medicines. I did not stop her medicine. She did by consulting with her doctor. But the experience she had was after that one NLP session, her panic attacks had stopped. How many of you think this is a wow? Type in wow in the chat window if you think this is a wow. And I'm showing you people's names whom you will meet after you're joining NLP. Here is another example, Suman. Suman successfully helped his father cure tobacco addiction because he learned how I stopped my tobacco addiction, rather cigarettes addiction. He implemented the same on his father and he was able to help his father successfully do that. How many of you agree this is next level? Type in NL, next level if you agree. Doing it for yourself is one thing, but learning how to do it on your father, wow, this is next level. Next, changing limiting beliefs and becoming a coach and becoming a successful coach, not just becoming a coach, but becoming a successful coach and making money. These were the neurological connections that Sachin was able to develop. Here's a question to you. What are the things that you would like to achieve? Where would you like to build new neurological connections? Tell me in the chat window, what result do you want to achieve? In some of your cases, you want to stop some feeling. In some of your cases, you want to start some new feelings. You want to build neuro connections to start exercising every day. Maybe some of you want to start YouTube videos, but you're finding it difficult. Maybe some of you have panic attacks and you would like to stop that. Some of you have this bad habit of not sleeping every day, and every night you don't sleep and you get up with stress every morning. Maybe you would like to stop that. Some of you don't have the confidence to talk to your boss properly and you would like to develop that confidence in one session rather than working in the old method of waiting for 10,000 hours of experience to build that confidence. Some of you are not good at selling. You're not able to make money because of that in your life. Some of you are so reserved that you're not able to open up to people and build love and acceptance in your relationships. How many of you have that problem, by the way? Type in I if you're not able to open up, if you're not able to create beautiful, loving relationships. All of that can be built because the number of neurons is the same, my friend. You and I are same. We just need to learn how to build those neuro connections. That's what you will learn in NLP. So my question to you is this. In the last 15 minutes, what I taught you about neuro connections and what I taught you about VAK, visual auditory kinesthetic, do you now believe scientifically that yes, you can reprogram your subconscious mind in minutes, not in hours, not in days, not in months, not in years? You can literally reprogram your subconscious mind in minutes. Have I given you proof for that? Not just science. Type in yes in the chat window if you have got some proof of that. Okay. My second question to you is, do you also now believe that NLP can help you reprogram your mind to achieve almost anything you want if you learn the science properly? Do you also believe that? Type in yes NLP. Type in the whole word yes NLP in the chat window. Listen, I keep telling to people in my programs, Mitesh is not special. The skills that Mitesh has learned has made Mitesh special. I can transfer the same skills to you. You will be as special as I am, maybe more special than I am. All you have to do is master the same skills. Simple. So do you promise me, again one more time, that you will not only master it, but you will help me spread this science to more people in the world by teaching it to other people? One more type in IP, I promise, that not only will you master this science, but you will promote this science. Yes? Awesome. With that, are you ready for secret number 3? Type in R3, ready for 3 in the chat window if you're ready for secret number 3, because the secret number 3 is my absolute favorite. The secret number 3 is how to succeed 10 times faster. It's my absolute favorite. But listen, some of you must be tired right now. So should we do this in the next session? I'll call you again some other day, and because you must be tired, right? It's been almost 1 hour we are talking. So should we do it some other day? Learning success 10 times faster. Fir kabhi karte hain? What do you say? No? So when should we do it? Tomorrow? When? Tell me when. Now? All right, okay, we'll do it now. I'm just having fun with you. You know, I like to tease people. Okay, so let's learn what is that secret. It's very simple, but it's very powerful, and I'll have to explain it to you properly, but write this down, what I'm showing you on the chat window. Okay? Don't learn from experience, model from tried and tested strategies. Write this down, please. Don't learn from experience, model from tried and tested strategies. Let me explain this. How many of you agree failure teaches you a lot about how to grow in your life? How many of you agree with that? Type in yes in the chat window, please, quickly. Failure teaches you a lot how to grow in your life. Do you agree with that? Type in yes in the chat window. Wow, look at the speed at which people are typing yes. Okay, can you please take your hands like this? My request, come on, everyone, please take your hands like this. Give yourself a cute tappu. Because the answer was wrong. The reason the answer is wrong is because, remember, failure doesn't teach you anything. Shocked? Everyone type in S for shocked if you're a little bit shocked right now. Because all your life you've learned from people, failure teaches you a lot. Failure teaches you a lot. With all humility. Please listen to me carefully. Failure doesn't teach us anything. Definitely not about growth. Please write this down. Success teaches you how to succeed. Failure doesn't teach you how to succeed. Yes, failure teaches you what not to do. But learning what not to do, will it help you to do what you want to do? Tell me yes or no quickly in the chat window. I'll repeat my statement. If you failed and you learned what not to do, will that teach you to do what you want to do? No. It tells you the wrong road. Don't go here. But it doesn't show you where to go. You really want to learn how to grow faster? Don't learn from your failures. Learn from your what? Everyone tell me quickly in the chat window. Learn from what? Success. Very good answer. Success. Success builds success. Success builds success. Success builds success. You cannot build success on failure. Is this logically correct? Type in L for logic in the chat window if you agree this is logically correct. Correct? When you're cycling, the more you succeed is the more you succeed. Then you realize, oh, this is how I am supposed to balance. Acha. Correct? Whenever you're learning something, learn from success. Don't learn from failures. For how many of you this was a completely new realization today? Type in new in the chat window if this was a new learning completely today. Failure doesn't teach us anything. Failure makes us feel bad for some time and make sure that we don't go in the wrong direction, which is good. But it doesn't show us how to succeed. To learn to succeed, you have to succeed. Simple example. If you're in the stock market and you lose money, will losing money teach you how to make money? Hello? Will losing money teach you how to make money? No. Losing money shows you what not to do. But only when you start making money slowly, that little success experience teaches you, oh, I was supposed to do this. Oh, I was supposed to do that. Acha, I'm supposed to do it this way. Has anybody ever come to you saying, can you teach me what not to do? I will become as successful as you. Has anybody come to you to ask, show me what not to do? I will become very successful like you. No, nobody goes to anybody to learn to ask people what not to do. Everybody goes to other people who are successful to ask what. Tell me that question in the chat window. If you go to a successful person, what will you ask? What not to do? Or will you ask them, what did you do that made you successful? Isn't this the question that you will ask them? Yes or no? Yes. That's what is called as tried and tested strategies. NLP is a very strong believer in tried and tested strategies. So what Richard Bandler and John Grinder did, do you remember Richard Bandler and John Grinder? Let me go back to that point. Maybe I can show it to you. No, right now I can't. Okay. But if you remember Richard Bandler and John Grinder, what they did was they studied successful people in the world and they created beautiful models. What I mean by tried and tested strategies in 4 steps, 5 steps, 6 steps, 7 steps to change what people's programs they want to have. Example. Right now we did this Joker activity. There was a specific step that I followed. And because of that, you were able to change your feeling. Type in yes in the chat window if you're realizing, I knew exactly what I was doing. That is why there are hundreds of people here and I'm able to create predictable results because I'm doing a predictable tried and tested strategy. Hey, by the way, let's test it, okay? Close your eyes quickly. Think about that person. And see if you're getting that old negative feeling back. Quickly, chalo. Tell me if you're getting that old negative feeling back. Open your eyes and tell me. By the way, I saw some of you smiling. That means you could still see the pants dropping. How many of you saw the Joker again? I can see you could see the Joker again. All right. These things that I was doing with you that time was a tried and tested strategy. NLP has many strategies that can help you to stop doing things and help you to start doing things. How many of you would like to know NLP has what kind of strategies for what kind of results? Would you like to know? Type in yes in the chat window if you would like to know what kind of strategies for what kind of things. Okay, here we go. Magical results that NLP can give you by having ready tried and tested strategies are rapidly control your thoughts like a monk. Like you don't need 10,000 of meditation to learn how to feel like a monk. People have literally told me after the first day of NLP that they were able to feel as if they had years of meditation experience. They were able to calm their thoughts. For how many of you this could be a game changer? Type in GC in the chat window if this could really change your life. For me, this was one of the biggest results I got in my life. Rapidly program yourself to take desired action without the need of willpower. How many of you have tried willpower? Doesn't work. Type in DW. Doesn't work. If you've tried willpower many times, doesn't work. 31st December, you try, 1st of January, it goes. New Year resolutions. Do you remember that? That is willpower. NLP has ready-made models to help you take desired action in any area that you want. Example, you want to start exercising. There are ready-made strategies for that. Read people's subconscious mind with their eyes. How many of you would love to look at a person's eyes and understand whether they are lying to you or whether they are telling you the truth? This kind of power, there are ready-made strategies for that. Make yourself like anything that is good for you. Example, for how many of you realize that there are many foods, like salad for an example, which is good for you, but you don't like it? Type in G for guilty in the chat window if you don't like a lot of things which are good for you. In NLP, I can use a 5 minutes practice only, and you will do it live with me during the workshop, by the way, where I will be able to make you like what you don't like at all. We've had people in NLP who started eating Karela, which is very difficult for people, in just one session, in 5 minutes. Things that they hated, they were able to have it in just 5 minutes. Make yourself do things that are good for you. Make yourself dislike things that are bad for you, by the way. Isn't that equally important? How many of you have some bad habits? Tell me what bad habits do you have, by the way. For an example, how many of you have this nail biting habit? Or how many of you have this constantly fidgeting movement habits of hands or legs? How many of you have bad habits of being lazy and constantly overeating? How many of you have bad habits of watching mobile all the time? Like for no reason, you'll just pick up your mobile, you look at it. Pick up your mobile, look at it. How many of you do this? You'll be able to break those habits in 10 minutes. The best part, you'll be able to help your children do that. We've had NLP students who've been able to help their children love maths and stop watching too much movies, stop watching too much games on a mobile without shouting at children, just by doing NLP in a very fun activity way. How many of you would love to learn that? Type in I in the chat window if you'd love to learn how to like something, how to stop liking the bad things in your life. Remove any fear and phobias in 5 to 10 minutes. Any. And when I'm saying literally any fears and phobias in just 5 to 10 minutes. I'll give you some proofs right now. In the meantime, can some of you write down some fears that you have that you would like to stop? Some phobias that you have that you would like to stop? For an example, anybody has fear of heights? Anybody has fear of facing videos? Anybody has phobias of some animals like lizards, cockroaches, and you freak out when you see cockroach? You've seen people shouting like that? No, that is a phobia. We can help you stop those phobias in just 5 to 10 minutes. And I'll show you proof right now. You don't have to believe me blindly for it. Okay? Magical results like program yourself to feel any emotion like magic in 10 minutes. Example, confidence. Let's say you're going for an interview today evening and you want to feel confidence. I'll be able to program you. You press that one button, the moment you go inside the interview, confidence will come back. NLP has ready-made strategies for that. Change small annoying habits in just 10 minutes. Program yourself with powerful beliefs in just 10 minutes. How many of you have a lot of limiting beliefs? Type in LB in the chat window if you realize you have a lot of limiting beliefs that stops you from attracting what you want in your life. Correct? I'll show you how to change your limiting beliefs in 10 minutes. Not me, by the way. NLP can do that. Program and influence other people effortlessly. You'll make anybody get comfortable with you in just 10 minutes. Well, not 100% anybody, not like you will be able to be like God controlling people, but 70 to 80% people you meet, you'll be able to make them effortlessly comfortable with you. How many of you would love to learn that science? Type an I. Next, forget traumatic memories in just 10 minutes. Traumas, panic attacks, art of modeling anybody's success in 10 times faster. Let's say you know a mentor and you want to become like them. Is there anybody you want to become like? Tell me in the chat window, who do you want to become like? Maybe, like I know people who said they want to become like Tony Robbins. Is there anybody you want to become like? Anybody that you would like to replicate their success? An entrepreneur, maybe like Elon Musk or like Narayan Murthy ji or like Azim Premji. Whoever you want to become like. In NLP, there is a tried and tested strategy called modeling. Everyone write down the word modeling in the chat window. This is not ramp modeling. Huh? This is not like model wala modeling. This modeling means you will learn how to read the blueprint of a person who's already successful, model that in your life 10 times faster. It's actually possible to do that. Let me give you some proof here. Here's the proof. Oops, where is my video? Okay, here's my video back. All right. Now, this is Shailaja. Shailaja actually overcame fear using NLP in just one session. Fear of darkness, by the way. And she had fear of darkness for many, many years. Anybody here has fear of darkness? Type an I in the chat window. Think about how much it impacts you. And the best part is, once Shailaja was able to get rid of fear of darkness, it was not only darkness that she was able to go over. A lot of other fears got over just because of this. Next, this is Manpreet. Manpreet was able to get over claustrophobia, which she had for many, many years. Claustrophobia is the fear of being in closed spaces, like छोटे-छोटे कमरे में डर लगता है, छोटी जगह पे डर लगता है, बंद जगह से डर लगता है. Removed this and removed limiting beliefs and started making money and built a career in NLP, by the way. Today, she's an NLP coach. Type in wow in the chat window if you think that's a wow. Once upon a time, she had claustrophobia. She had limiting beliefs. Today, she's an NLP coach. Okay. Here's another example. Got over the fear of traveling alone. For many years, Hema was not able to travel alone because she had this fear of flying in flights. One NLP session taken care of. This is Sonam. She cured her childhood sinus problem. Since childhood, she had a sinus problem where she used to constantly blow her nose. In just one NLP session, she was able to completely cure that. Now, how many of you agree this is mind-blowing? Type in MB mind-blowing in the chat window. NLP has a lot of benefits that you can create which you can't even imagine. Is this amazing? Type in amazing in the chat window if this is amazing. This is the kind of NLP strategies that I want to introduce to you when you join NLP. So my question to you is very simple. Do you now believe that if you learn the right tried and tested strategies with NLP, you can achieve 10 times faster success? Can you? First, I want to check whether you're realizing that yes, you can achieve success 10 times faster. Yes or no? Okay. And can you also now believe that not only can you achieve 10 times faster success, but NLP can help you do that? Type in yes NLP one more time in the chat window if you're realizing that yes, NLP can help you achieve success 10 times faster. If you're realizing that, then here is my request. Choose between these two options that I'm giving you. Option number 1 and option number 2. Everyone write down option number 1 on your notepad. Quickly. Forget about NLP. Work hard, use willpower. Write this down in your notepad. Forget about NLP. Work hard, use willpower. This is the old method. Option number 2. Master NLP. Choose between these two and tell me what do you choose in the chat window quickly. Chalo, jaldi se. Option number 1. Work hard, 10,000 hours, wait, or option number 2, master NLP. What would you like to do? Okay, those of you who would like to master NLP, is it worth learning and mastering and even teaching NLP to other people? Type in worth it in the chat window if it's worth it and if you're ready for it. Are you sure? Perfect. If you remember in the beginning of this program today, I told you that the value of this program is how much? Anybody remembers the figure I told you, the number I told you, which is the value of this program? Internationally, if you go, the certification of NLP is 3 lakhs. Today, I'm going to give you a very, very, very special prize, which is unbelievable. Many people have told me that they've learned NLP for 3 lakhs from major big institutions internationally. But when they came and attended our NLP program, it was 10 times simpler, 10 times easier. How many of you know me for a long time, by the way? That's my strength. I can make anything simple and easy to understand. So if you're ready to learn NLP in a very simple and easy to understand, here is my special bonus for you today. I'm going to give you the bonus first and then the offer later. How many of you would love the bonus first, by the way? Everybody loves bonuses, right? Do you love bonuses? Type in I love bonuses, ILB. I love bonuses, so I'm going to present the bonuses first. Because we are doing law of attraction as part of NLP, as I said, NLP is the superpower of law of attraction, right? So first thing, for those of you who've not got this, I'm going to give you the basic law of attraction videos for free. Second, I'm going to give you advanced law of attraction lesson number 1 free, because you need to learn the advanced law of attraction lesson number 1 to make sure that you've learned at least the basics of law of attraction so that you could use superpower of NLP properly. I will also give you lesson number 1 of wealth mastery course so that you're able to even use money frequency to take it to the next level using NLP. How many of you would love Wealth Mastery lesson number 1 completely free? Next, you will learn Hope Nope No lesson number 1 completely free. Relationship Mastery lesson number 1 completely free. It will be included for you in the NLP program. Handwriting Analysis course lesson number 1 free. You'll get Freedom Investments course lesson number 1 free. You'll get Health Mastery course lesson number 1 free. You'll get Perfect Affirmations template. So you just use a template, and using that template, you'll be able to create your own affirmations with fill in the blanks. I'll give you audios for the same for morning and for evening separately, and I'll give you a vision board template free. Along with these bonuses, you now have an opportunity to learn the superpower of NLP and become certified in NLP to learn. The bonuses are already worth 1,10,000 rupees, but the value of this program grows because the first thing that you get is the live NLP workshop worth 90,000 rupees. That is why the value just went up to 2 lakhs. But listen, here is the best part. When you attend NLP program across the world, anywhere, you will get to attend live program how many times if you pay for the program once? Tell me in the chat window quickly. Come on. If you're attending a live program with Richard Bandler, with John Grinder, with Tony Robbins, with anybody, doesn't really matter. You'll be able to attend that live workshop how many times? Once. One payment, one live workshop. That's how it works all over the world. Now, only those people who are joining today, as a bonus, when you join today in the next 10 minutes, you will be able to attend my live workshop. Come close. Come close. As many times as you want. Unlimited times. So you can truly master it and one day start teaching it. Because such a powerful workshop, you cannot say that you can learn everything in one go. You have to go through it again. How many of you agree with that? How many of you love this one thing about our course? That you will get the live badge multiple times, unlimited times. Type in love it in the chat window if you love this one feature for those people who are joining today. Next, included lifetime recording access. Lifetime recordings. And here is the best part. I will not only give you recordings of one last batch, but the batch which you attend, that batch also latest recordings will be available for some time. What we do is we always keep 2 batch recordings available. Previous batch and latest batch. This way, the batch that you have attended live remains with you for a few months at least in the system. How many of you would love that? Yes? Awesome. Next, private community access worth 50,000 rupees, where you will be able to learn and practice with other NLP practitioners and practice with each other and learn with each other. All of this, if you see, includes and goes up to about 3 lakhs. That's the value of the program I told you, but that's not the fees you're going to pay. You're not going to pay 2 lakhs. You're not going to pay 1 lakh. You're not even going to pay 50,000 rupees. With the certification, the special offer for today is the amount that you see on the screen. Type in amazing in the chat window for the amount that you see. If you agree, this is a very, very small amount for the entire certification program. Internationally, this is more than 3 lakhs. What I'm giving you with multiple live batches, as many times as you want, lifetime recordings, community access, certification, at this amount is a steal deal. So type in yes in the chat window if you're ready to join now. There is a link in the chat window that you will find. Using this link, you can start joining in right now. Immediately after you join, you will get an email with login details from my system, where you will get an access to reset your password immediately, which means you will be able to create a new password immediately after you join. Log into the course and immediately you can start watching the videos. If you take 2 full days of attending, let's say you sat at one place morning to evening, you'll take 2 full days to attend to complete the complete NLP course. On the 3rd day, if you want, you can apply for the certificate. Or let's say you want to complete only 2 hours every day. How many of you could attend maybe 2 hours every day? Type in I in the chat window if you could attend only 2 hours every day. If you take about one day, we have about 8 hours of learning, right? So 16 hours in 2 days. So if you divide that by 2 hours, in about 8 days to 10 days, even if you take a gap, in maximum 10 days, you'll complete the online video course. Best part, you can still come back to my live program again. So you can even do question answers with me there. And the certificate will be available to you immediately. Now, some of you here are not mentally, physically, financially ready right now to invest this amount. But you want all these bonuses and you want to block your deal right now and you want a little time to arrange money. How many of you would like a little time to arrange money? Maybe 7 days. Type in I in the chat room if you want about 7 days to arrange time. Okay, here is how you can do it. Using the link which is below on the bottom of my page, and the link will also be available in the chat window. It says miteshkhatri.com/blocknlp. Using that link, you can pay not the whole amount, but only 5,000 rupees right now. When you pay 5,000 rupees, you're buying time of 7 days to block this entire deal. By blocking, do you get access to complete NLP? No. By blocking, you get 7 days of time to arrange the rest of the money, pay within 7 days, and you will get an email from our system automatically, which will have the balance amount link. You click on it, you pay balance amount between 7 days, and you will still get access to not only all of this, but all these bonuses which I promised you. All of this is available only when you block your deal today. If you go to my website and you purchase NLP directly to my website, you will not see these bonuses there. These bonuses we give only when people attend the webinar live. And unlimited viewing of the videos, unlimited live batches is also only for people who are attending live. Once you leave the live batch, and if you attend directly from my website, it shows their terms and conditions, one live batch. But those of you who are attending live from here, in the next 10 minutes, you're able to attend unlimited live. Okay? Perfect. So all these bonuses are here. Quickly click on the link. Start joining right now. What I'm going to quickly do is, I'm going to play a beautiful video. Yes, Indu?
Just answer two common questions.
Yes,
One is that what is the difference between ALOA and NLP?
Oh, big difference. Advanced LOA is only few lessons that is all about implementing law of attraction only, which means learning how to take control of your emotional frequency, learning how to change your beliefs a little bit, learning how to align your FTBA, feelings, thoughts, beliefs, and actions, learning about 7 chakras, learning how to activate your chakras, learning how to handle fear of death. All those are parts of advanced law of attraction. But that's not enough. You have to eventually go to a higher level of advanced law of attraction, which is the superpower, which means learning how to change your feelings, your thoughts and beliefs in just 5, 10 minutes. That power, that is why I call NLP as the superpower of law of attraction. That was first question. Indu, what was the second question?
How can they use NLP to make money? What are the different avenues they can
Okay,
use?
first of all, I'll come back to this screen here. If you get these results, art of modeling anybody 10 times faster, forgetting traumatic memories, influencing anybody, creating powerful beliefs in 10 minutes, changing habits in just 10 minutes, feeling any emotion that you want in 10 minutes, and not just these emotions, like being able to change anything that you like into dislike, dislike into like. If you got this power, imagine the kind of control you will have over taking action in your life. Action frequency is not possible for a lot of people because they don't have control over their neurons. So first is more control, more action, better results, more money in your life. That's one. And of course, second is the most important. Over a period of time, you can master this and even become an NLP coach and make money as an NLP coach. How many of you would love to become an NLP coach? Also type in NLP coach in the chat window if you would love to master this and become an NLP coach one day. Perfect. So these are the two ways.
Third question.
What is one more question, Indu?
Sorry. Yeah. Are the sessions recorded or live? If it is live, how many days?
Okay. It is live and recorded both. So see first option here, live. Next batch timings are written in the chat window for you. Two full days. It happens on a Saturday, Sunday. We start 9 a.m. in the morning. We finish 5 p.m. in the evening, sometimes 6 p.m. in the evening. Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. again. If you're joining today, you can attend that live batch unlimited times. If you miss the next batch, you can attend again the next batch. No problem. When you're joining today, the recordings are also lifetime access, not for 1 year, not for 6 months, lifetime access when you're joining today. Okay. So with that, showing you a quick video, which will be of those students of ours who have joined a little long ago, but they've got amazing results in their life. Let's see that video right now. This was the same video which I started in the beginning, where Deepak shared with you his result about helping somebody quit smoking. There was one more lady who spoke about how she was able to get rid of her fear of wind. More results are there in that video. It's about a 3 or 4 minute long video. Watch it right now with me. Let's go.
Please help me to reduce his cigarette. He used to smoke for 20 years, 16 cigarettes per day.
Wow.
Today is 18th day. He's not smoked. Daily I give him 3 sessions. Just 2 minutes each.
Excellent, excellent.
हवा से मुझे फियर लगता था. जब भी हवा फास्ट चलती थी, कर्टन हिलते थे, पेजेस हिलते थे, कैलेंडर हिलता था, तो मुझे चेस्ट पेन होने लगता था. इतना कि मैं शायद उसके कारण वायलेंट भी हो जाऊं, कि कोई मेरी बात ना सुने ना, तो मैं खुद को कमरे में बंद कर लेती थी, वो ब्लोइंग आवाज में नहीं सुन पाती थी। वो डर मैंने आपके साथ एक ही बार एनएलपी सेशन ये लाइव किया था, और एक ही बार में इतना कम हो गया था कि उसके बाद से वो चीज मैं एंजॉय करती हूँ।
Whenever she remembers her uncle, she used to get angry, hurt. So she was going in that pattern. So I do some sub-modality things, made him joker. So whenever now she remembers him, she is now feeling happy and funny. Here we removed our fear related to money. जब भी हमें टेंशन होता है कि पैसे कहाँ से आएंगे, how do we manage? We just simply set an anchor, कहीं से भी आ जाएंगे. Universe will give us from anywhere.
पहले एक्चुअली ऐसा होता था कि टेंशन के मारे कुछ भी नहीं होता था, ना तो हम एक्शन लेते थे ना तो कुछ कर पाते थे, लेकिन और सिर्फ सोचते थे कि क्या होगा। और अभी एटलीस्ट एंकर सेट कर दिया, कहीं से भी हो जाएगा, और फिर जो कर सकते हैं वो करना शुरू करते हैं, एंड हो भी जाता है।
It's not less than 25 results on NLP. 3 depression patients, they used to call me at 11:30 at night. Is to say, मुझे panic attack आ रहा, बताओ क्या करना है? I said, okay. So, you told me that, we changed the name. So, I changed panic with something very crazy thing, and they started laughing, and, everything calmed down for them. There are so many pains. Deep pain for last 3 years here in our elbow. You remember that technique, you told us that technique. We tried that, and the pain is gone, and it's last 8 months, and she still messages me, what did you do that other day?
What remember is this?
Problem of limiting belief that I'm very happy to come on Zoom, but it's very difficult to record videos and put it on Instagram and Facebook.
Right.
I have now more than 50 videos which I could create from last 1 year, which was almost impossible. I know that I was not that camera person. It was impossible. I love coming on Zoom. So
awesome.
This is very good, but that was impossible for me, but I could manage. And if I know NLP, I can do anything in life. That's what I could understand from it.
That's actually true.
So grateful that
बिकॉज मॉर्निंग में स्कूल जाने के टाइम पे बहुत सारे टैंट्रम्स बच्चे शो करते हैं।
Correct.
बस मेरा मेन मोटिव होता है कि मुझे उसे खुशी खुशी भेजना है, ताकि उसका डे बहुत ब्यूटीफुल रहे। तो नॉर्मली मैं उसको उठाती उसी तरीके से हूँ कि हाँ, यू आर माय रॉक स्टार लाइक दैट, एंड ही गेट अप आल्सो। बट एज हिज फादर टच्ड हिम, तो वो मतलब पैनिक हो जाता है उसके लिए, मतलब पैनिक इन द सेंस वो इतना शाउट करता है, फिर मैं उसको सिंपली उसका वीए के चेंज करती हूँ, एंड वो आराम से उठ के अपना सारा काम करता है, एंड हैप्पीली ही इज गोइंग टू स्कूल। एंड जब वो जाता है तो मैं सिंपली उसको है ना जस्ट ये बोलती हूँ, इज इट पॉसिबल, तो वो यही करता है। तो इट्स रियली एन एंकर, आवर लाइफ इज कम्प्लीटली एन एंकर। तो उन्होंने मुझे एक दिन सडनली कॉल किया कि मुझे ना मतलब इतना ज्यादा मैं इरिटेट होती हूँ अपने घर में। शी हैज ऑलरेडी कंप्लीटेड ऑलमोस्ट 30 years ऑफ हर वेडिंग, बट उनको कान में ना कुछ सुनाई देता था, कुछ साउंड सुनाई देते थे, और उनको मतलब बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेशन होता था, एंड शी वाज टेलिंग मी कि मतलब मुझे समझ में नहीं आता मैं क्या करूं, मेरे कुछ दिमाग में चल रहा होता है। तो सिंपली मैंने एनएलपी टेक्निक्स के थ्रू कुछ चीजें चेंज की इन 5 minutes, एंड आफ्टर दैट आई हैव आस्क्ड, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई हैव चेक द इंटेंसिटी एज वेल, दैट व्हाट इज द इंटेंसिटी एंड व्हाट यू फीलिंग एज ऑफ नाउ, एंड आफ्टर 5 minutes आई आस्क्ड हर टू रिमेंबर दैट। शी कुडंट, मींस शी वाज अनेबल टू रिमेंबर दैट। सो इट वाज अ बिग
रिजल्ट।
लेकिन मुझे हाइट से बहुत डर लगा करता था, बहुत ही ज्यादा। और तो मैंने अपनी फर्स्ट टाइम मुझे ऑफिस की किसी मीटिंग से बॉम्बे जाना था, एक दिन के लिए 1 घंटे का मीटिंग था। तो मैं पिछले 2 महीने से डर रही थी कि मैं हाइट्स को कैसे क्रैक करूंगी, जब वो ऊपर होगा तो मेरी धड़कन हो जाती है, मैं बहुत ज्यादा बेचैन हो जाती हूँ। मतलब मैं सोच के भी लोगों को बोल रही थी मेरे पास बैठना, हम लोग 20 एम्प्लॉइज थे, तो मैंने कहा मेरे पास बैठना, मैं हाथ पकड़ लूंगी, चिल्ला दूंगी, ऐसे वैसे बहुत सारी चीजें थी। बट जब मैं बैठी उसमें मैं अकेले ही बैठी सीट पे, और मैंने ये विजुअलाइज किया माइंड के अंदर। एक तो गुरु ब्रह्मा वाला जो आपका वो एक है, वो वाला मेरे म्यूजिक कानों में चलाया, और आई फील कि मैं यूनिवर्स की दुनिया में एंटर करती हूँ, तो मुझे जाना ही है। फ्लावर मेरे पर गिर रहे हैं और आंखें बंद थी मेरी।
अच्छा, 5 साल की उम्र से डर है ये आपको, फियर ऑफ हाइट्स का?
ही है मुझे बच्चे। So ये सर बड़ा अमेजिंग था मेरे लिए।
So this guy came to me and he said, मुझे English सीखनी है। I said I can't teach. So I said, what's your problem? He said, for last 30 years I'm struggling. I've gone to many teachers. I know English, I can read and write, but I can't speak. So I said, okay, I'll make you do that in 1 session. So I gave him an NLP session, and I talked about limiting beliefs, thoda usko counsel kiya. And after that, I told him, now tell me all your problems. But I need to hear them in English. And he spoke non-stop for half an hour.
Wow.
Since then, the first time when I joined NLP, I was like in a state of mind where I had no clarity about anything, and I was like almost in a frenzied state of mind, and I was going completely berserk.
Right.
And NLP just calmed that down. The first session itself calmed that down to an extent. Now I'm in complete this thing, and my father had this headache, and what was the source of the headache? No doctor could find out. Like it. So I did some NLP techniques with him of the balloon technique and the limiting belief technique. And after the first session itself, he was like that. Okay, so it is down by like zero, almost zero it went to, and then I kept doing it with him and it just went away significantly. On the personal front, I have, thanks to you, sir, like that book writing challenge in 1 month. I had no faith. I didn't know I could write a book in 1 month, but I did it, and I broke my limiting belief that I, cannot write a book in 1 month. It's published, sir.
Oh, congratulations.
Posted on.
All right. So how many of you saw amazing results by these students? Please give them a big congratulations in the chat window. These are senior students who've already created amazing results. The best part is now they have become your inspiration. Here's my request. Don't just join the course. Now attend. A lot of people who purchase the course, 50% people don't complete the course. Do you promise me that you will complete now that you've started this journey with me? Type in IP, I promise that you will complete this NLP course with me, and promise yourself that you will be the next video on my next webinar so I can share your results and you can be an inspiration to other people. How many of you would love that? Awesome. With that, we complete today's webinar, today's masterclass on NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. We'll keep this link open for maximum few minutes more. Make sure that you take advantage of this particular link because this is the link that will give you access to all these bonuses, unlimited live recordings, the community access, certification, all the bonuses which I showed you. All of this will be available to you for the next few minutes only when you use only joining the link that you see below, which is miteshkhatri.com/join NLP. It's available on the screen in case you're watching me from YouTube. In case you're directly in Zoom, we've also given the direct link to you in the chat window. Thank you very much, everyone. Those of you who were not able to join, I hope I was able to still add value in your life. Well, I hope that is why you are still sitting here, because maybe you had a good time with me. If yes, please type in yes in the chat window if this last 1.5 hours was value for your time. Because the minimum thing that I want to do is, whether people join the course or not, they go away becoming better than when they came in the beginning. So if I was able to add value to you, please type in yes in the chat window. In case you felt that this was not value for your time, and if I've said anything that makes you judge me, I'm sorry for that. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I will see you soon in the next session, either on YouTube Live or on DMP or any other session that I do soon. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone. Please type in everyone bye and love you in the chat window. One of the habits that I personally practice is not just saying bye to people, but also always saying love you, because love is an emotion that we use so rarely. A lot of us hesitate to say love you. Please do this today onwards. In your family, use this habit of saying to people, I love you. How many of you promise to do it tonight, immediately after you leave this call? Do you promise to go to every family member and say, I love you? Yes? Awesome. I'm also going to do that with my beautiful wife, Indu, when I leave from here. Take care, everyone.